Good morning, my second graders. Today is Friday, April 24th, and I'm so glad that you are here watching my video today. I miss you a lot, and I'm thinking about you. And I have to tell you that distance learning, it has a lot of challenges, but there's something I really enjoy about it. And what I enjoy is when I get to talk to you and when I get to see your work on Seesaw. Your Seesaw posts are a wonderful way for me to know how you're doing on your work, and it's just really nice for me to see your faces, and often I get to hear your voices when you record your answers, and it's just a great way to be connected. So I'm wondering if you ever feel like you just need a day to catch up. I know I do. So today is going to be kind of a catch-up day. I have been looking at your Seesaw journals, and I love the work you do, but I see that a lot of people haven't been doing all of the assignments that I have given you. So I'm going to show you a list today of what should have been done so far on Seesaw, if you're able to access Seesaw, and I know almost everybody is, because almost everybody has done some Seesaw during distance learning, and that makes me very happy. So I'm going to show you the list of things that I have assigned so far that I would like you to get caught up on. And let's call today Find What I'm Missing Friday. And then when you get all your assignments done, you can call it Fabulous Friday, because it always feels so good to be caught up. First of all, before I show you that list, I just want to talk to you about what is on your matrix for today for reading. And here it is, and I know you have this and you look at it every day. Remember that we start by watching Mrs. Mickelson's video, which you're doing now, and today we are not going any further in our Lions at Lunchtime book. Instead, you get to reread your favorite chapter in the book. Now remember, reread means we've already read it. So that would be chapters 1, 2, 3, or 4. And then you are to complete pages 8 and 9 in your packet, and I'll show you those right now. They're fun pages today. I mean, every day is fun, but I think you'll enjoy this. Page 8 is an alphabetical order activity, and you know we did alphabetical order before in school. And remember, look at the first letter. If the first letter is the same more than once, Annie and Africa, for example, you see the same first letter, then you have to look at the second letter, A-N or A-F. You know F comes before N, so Africa would come before Annie. Hopefully you remember learning that in school. Page 9 is a word search. And just like I have asked you to do all week, I would like you to take a picture of your work and upload it to the activity on Seesaw that I posted that says 4-24. I made a Seesaw activity for every day this week that goes along with Lions at Lunchtime. So every day this week you should have been posting that. And if you haven't, you can get caught up today. I want to see all your work. Okay, so here is the Seesaw list that I want to show you. So far, I have assigned 12 assignments since the beginning of distance learning. Today is day 19 of distance learning. So I've asked you to do 12 assignments for 19 school days. That doesn't seem too bad. That's not even one assignment each day. So you can get caught up. Here's what I have posted for you. Now, you could even stop the video right now and take a look at it and get your device and go to your journal and maybe make a list of the things that you feel you still need to do. First of all, there was a spring poem where you read the poem and showed me your fluency. Then there was a spring acrostic poem, and we talked about that on one of the videos that Mrs. Lunning and Mrs. Mickelson and Mrs. Hackensmith did together. Then there was the roof octopus activity that was about knowing the beginning and middle and end of a story. And I explained that to you on my video on April 7th. Then there was the fairy tale elements activity. Now you had to listen to my video carefully that day because I changed the directions. And that was my video about fairy tales on 4-8, which is April 8th. So you could go back and watch the end of my video when I explain those directions if you need to. Then last Friday, we finished Dinosaurs Before Dark. And I had you draw a picture of your favorite part, and then there were 2 questions to answer. A lot of people did the picture, but not everyone answered those 2 questions. So make sure you get that done. Last week on Friday, there was the Scholastic News activity page. It was the magazine that was called One of These Eggs is Fake, and you were to choose one of the activity pages to do or one side of that page. That was explained on April 17th. And then you were to take a picture of your work and show it to me. So if you have not done that yet, please get that done. And then this week is when we've been reading Lions at Lunchtime. And I made an activity on Seesaw for every day this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So that's why there were 5 entries this week that should have gone into your Seesaw journal. And those were the activities that involved just taking a picture of your work from that packet. And you all have that packet. So it wasn't above and beyond what's written on the matrix. Those 5 activities this week were right here underneath your must do. So it's what you're doing anyway. I just wanted to be able to see your work, so I made an easy way for you to post it on Seesaw. Then you had just one math thing that I put on Seesaw, one math activity, and that was the weather graphing activity. And that was assigned during your first week of distance learning. So that was a few weeks ago. So you'd have to go back a little ways to find that. So if you need to, you could pause this, you could write down the list, you could go get your journal and open it up, your Seesaw journal, and see what you've done and be proud of yourself for the work you've done, but see what you still need to get caught up on. So today, find what assignments I've missed Friday, and then it's going to be Fabulous Friday when you feel all caught up. Now, maybe you've missed quite a few and you can't get all caught up in one day, and that's fine. I understand that. Or maybe today is a day where you need to help your parents with something and you can't get to it, and I understand that as well. But there are some days when you will have the time, and I do want you to try to get caught up on those activities. That comes before playing a video game or doing something else that isn't a good use of your time. I want you to make really good use of your time during this distance learning. And remember to be good to your family and help your family out as best as you can as well. I miss you so much. I miss seeing your work. So Seesaw is a good way for us to stay connected. And if you do have any questions on any of those assignments, just make sure you call me, or your parents can call me or email me or send me a remind message. There's many ways we can stay connected. So please don't hesitate to ask. I'm here for you. I care about each one of you, and I want you to do your best, and I want your learning to continue because it's just so important. And I just love to watch you grow and learn, even if it's from a distance. So you know what's happening today for reading, and now we are going to do some math. Here is your math paper from yesterday. Yesterday, your matrix told you to do pages 551 and 552, numbers 2 through 6. So for number 2, you had to complete the tally chart. You should have 4 here, 6 here, 2 here, and 5 for green. And then your bars should match your tally chart. So it should look something like this. The colors don't matter. Those are the colors I chose. And then for number 3, you have another tally chart to fill in. 4 and 6. And this is a vertical bar graph, so the taller the bar, the more there are. You should have filled in 4 for left-handed and 6 for right-handed. So check your work with mine, please. We'll go on to the back. The brain builders were a little bit more tricky, so let's go over those. Remember, Alyssa took a survey to find which juice pop flavor 15 friends like. 6 voted for cherry, so we have 6 for cherry. 5 voted for grape, 5 for grape. 2 voted for orange, so if you add up 6 plus 5 plus 2, you get 13. And since there were 15 friends, we needed 2 more friends, and they both voted for lime. So your bar graph should look like that one. And here is your other brain builder. Luke took a survey of 18 friends to find their favorite soup. 4 voted for chicken soup, so we know that. 6 voted for vegetable, we knew that. And then the other clue had us knowing that the same number voted for tomato and noodle. We knew the total was 18. These votes add up to 10, so that means 8 more friends had to vote. And since it's the same number, we had to take 8 and find the same 2 equal partners to equal 8, so that would be 4 and 4. So tomato soup, 4, and noodle soup, 4. Then you had a question where you had to suppose each square in the favorite soup graph above was worth 2 votes. How would your bar graph change? So it would have a key, 1 square equals 2 votes, so that the reader of the bar graph would know that this square is actually 2 votes. And so that would make the bars shorter because then the bars would only be half as long. So if each here represented 2 and you wanted to show 4, you would only have to fill in 2. 2 and 2 is 4. So that's how it would be different if each square above was equal to 2 votes. So let's look at your assignment for today. Please get your math packet and find page 555. It's called Healthful Dinner. And you are to survey 10 people. So this is going to be one of those times where I pretend you're here with me. And I asked you to tell me what dinner you think is the healthiest. So I'm going to ask Kai first. I'm thinking he thought chicken and broccoli might be the healthiest. Now we're going to start by just putting a little dot in the middle of the vote to represent the vote. Just a little dot, because remember we're turning this into a bar graph. Then Anthony, he might think pizza's pretty healthy. Emily, I bet she'd like milk and cookies, but I'm asking her what she thinks is most healthy. And she also thought chicken and broccoli. There's not a right or wrong answer here. Then I asked Brianna, and she said pizza, because pizza has tomato sauce, and you can put veggies on it and different toppings, so she chose pizza. Megan also chose pizza. Christina liked chicken and broccoli. She thinks that's pretty healthy. Isaiah also chicken and broccoli. Wisdom, he likes spaghetti. Emmy, pizza. And Natalia voted for chicken and broccoli as most healthy. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's fill in the numbers below. Chicken and broccoli had 5 people vote for it as healthy. Pizza had 3, spaghetti had 2, and milk and cookies, nobody voted for that as healthy, even though it's very delicious. So now we need to turn that data into a bar graph. Remember, the first thing you do is you take your crayon or your colored pencil and you draw the bar. So you outline the boxes in the shape of a bar. Color that in, make it look nice and neat. Don't go out of the lines because it needs to look like a bar. And then pizza. Oh, I'm going to color that in kind of a reddish color for the red marinara sauce on it. Oh, it's kind of more orangey, but that's okay. So you should be doing this at the same time. You can pause the video if you fall behind. That's okay. Okay, make it look like a bar. Don't go out of the lines, so it's shaped like a rectangle. And spaghetti. 2 people chose spaghetti as a healthy meal. So we will color in the bar for spaghetti. And there is no bar for milk and cookies, so that just stays empty. So if you look at your matrix for today, you are to do guided practice numbers 1 through 3 on page 556 and tell a family member your answer to the talk math question. So your job is to look up here where it says Owen surveyed his class about their favorite ice cream flavors. Then he made a bar graph to show the data. So the first question is Owen surveyed blank classmates. If you count up all the tallies, they give you a hint here. It's 21. 21 classmates. And you are going to answer these 3 questions. The flavor with the least votes is blank. Chocolate received 2 more votes than blank. Number 3, what 2 flavors did a total of 11 students vote for? So you need to find 2 flavors up there that equal 11 votes. So you might have to think a little bit about that, but I know you can figure it out. And here's the talk math question that I want you to tell someone in your family the answer to. How could this graph help a teacher plan a class party? So think about that. Tell someone your answer. And that is all you have to do for math today. And I will be back with the answers on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend, everyone.